As the calendar flips to December, Angleton and Flower Bluff flip the switch. On this stage 1 year ago, John Stephen Jones and the Highland Park Scots brought the curtain down on Denton Ryan's season. Returning to the scene are the Raiders, invading Jerry's World, ready to exact revenge and dismantle the house John Stephen's granddaddy built. On this Black Friday in Denton, Colleyville Heritage and Eaton were busting down the doors at Apogee Stadium. Thanksgiving may be over, but the Panthers and Eagles were looking to feast yet again. Full stomachs aside, these teams enter round 2 with full hearts. As state title games kick off, AT&T Stadium becomes a winter wonderland. One catch, while champions take home the gold, others wake up to empty stockings. Score, graceful. Finish, not so much. Scoops up the fumble and rumbles all the way for the big man touchdown. While Refugio lost its grasp on a lead, Mart doesn't let theirs out of its clutches. In a matter of hours at the Texas State Fair, plays will score, cannons will sound, fans will roar, and as always, food will fry. Rockwall kept their foot on the gas. The result? A Yellow Jacket crash and burn. Puts the defense on skates. Evades Hornets, trucks tacklers. Spencer Sanders pushes in. Red Raiders do push-ups as the mini turns mighty. Shatydrick Bailey, all 5'3", 150 of them, hits the gas and burns the Bobcats. He sees a crease, makes a man miss, accelerates. He's gone. 66 yards, so sweet. And the cherry on top, the Longhorns came out flat. Through one half of football, this Cedar Hill team has been deflated. Went into halftime close, but Stephon Cobbs turned the lights off on Haltom. With their backs against the ropes, the Jags dealt the gut punch that would serve a postseason knockout to the Eagles, turning the Preston Wood defense into a blooper reel. Only one walks out of Mustang Panther Stadium with the red rail. Everything about tonight screams playoff atmosphere, brisk weather, heated emotions, field storming, trophy presentation, championship implications. Tigers linebacker Ethan Frazier took matters into his own hands, literally. And Frazier is there for the game-sealing pick. 8 seasons, 6 state titles. But at Saturday's 5A Division II quarterfinal at the Star, the Richland Rebels look to knock the reigning champs off their throne. Two of the best teams from opposite ends of Texas go toe-to-toe here at Texas State's Bobcat Stadium. The Purple Rain of the undefeated Angleton Wildcats and the swarm of Corpus Christi's Flower Bluff Hornets clash. Season-long hopes and dreams on the line. A state title up for grabs. Rain wasn't in the forecast tonight in Denton, but with the Allen Eagles, when it rains, it pours. Even in freezing conditions, blood boiled, but then, even on this cold night, the Panthers caught fire. This is for all the marbles. Rivers rolls out. Time expiring. Rivers dives toward the pylons. Stopped. Denton Ryan hangs on to win it on the final second and the final yard. Leave the Bobcats in the dust. Leave no doubt on the scoreboard. And leave Jerry's World as state champions. The 3A Division I state quarterfinals could end in only 2 ways. The buzz around the Kemp Yellow Jackets builds, or the Grandview Zebras earn their stripes. The Jaguars would begin to play true to their team motto.
Yeah, our motto is swarm and punish, so.
Panther fans were ready for disappointment, but instead, they got history. On the other sideline and on the other side of the spectrum, while town populations of 2,000 watch on, small schools meet massive audiences as Refugio and Mart take state under the brightest lights in Texas. Score reading 45-35. Same stage. Familiar foes. Results repeated. Denton Ryan eliminated. Highland Park advances. The Scots are championship bound, and all that's on their mind is a 5th state title. From AT&T Stadium, I'm Nick Walters. America on their minds. USA on their chests. At the 9th Annual International Bowl, the best of the Southwest played for their country versus Canada.
It was great, on thinking I can honor my country, and there's a lot of people that do it different ways, like people putting their lives on the line, and all I had to do was play football.
It's like a different feeling, like you always just playing for your school or something, but this is like something way bigger. It's playing for the country, so it's always a good thing. It's feel good, really.
All-state honors, D1 offers, national exposure. Top recruits are no strangers to success. But between 5-star status and the Stars and Stripes, there's no comparison.
This is not the Under Armour game. This is not the All-American game. This is something different. We're playing for our country, basically. It's like the Olympics. I feel like I'm playing for the Olympics right now.
You're not just playing for your high school. You're not just playing for your city. You're not just playing for your state. You're playing for all the states together. You're playing for USA. You're representing your country.
It's more than an honor, and that was for the guys overseas that are fighting for us and for our freedom. So this was for the country, and we came out with a win.
American football is going global. With 24 teams, 8 countries, and 3 continents represented, the International Bowl is sharing the sport worldwide.
It's just a motivator, honestly, coming down, seeing the work ethic that these guys put in, and you just want to replicate it and make sure you can bring that back home to Canada and prove that we are top athletes as well.
While a 47-7 USA win sent Canada home packing, every athlete accomplished a common goal, no matter what state or province they call home.
It prepares me to just meet a new competition, seeing stuff at the next level, because all these guys on this field are going to the next level.
It's a great experience. We're playing with the best athletes across the country.
Like the preparation, it just got me way better.
I learned so much from being around all the university coaches. Coming from Canada, I just learned so much, different techniques I can use, different plays and everything.
Iron sharpens iron at the International Bowl. As for whose blade is the sharpest, USA players will just have to agree to disagree.
They was talking about Georgia and them was better than us, but we had to show them Texas football. Texas football have the best football. Yes, sir.
From lasting lessons to lifelong friends, the U.S. national team gave proof through the night that their flag was still there. Nick Walters, High School Spotlight. Only once a year is the Cotton Bowl in Texas State Fair the epicenter of college football, the Red River Showdown. A 29-24 loss to Oklahoma on this stage is demoralizing for a Texas team that had dreamt of this moment.
Obviously, we all wanted it really bad. This is a big game, rivalry game. Obviously, we would like to get the win. The atmosphere was incredible. Losing the game is not incredible.
A Texas fan may not see any positives in being outgunned in the Red River Showdown. But despite what the scoreboard or any Sooner fans have to say, Coach Herman believes in his Longhorns' firepower.
To be down 20-0 against one of the best teams in the country and battle back to be within 10 at halftime and then take the lead 24-23 in the fourth quarter, says a lot about this team and where we're headed.
The bar is set high in Austin. An impatient Texas fan base won't accept moral victories for long. But the Texas fight on display at the Cotton Bowl may foreshadow what's on the horizon for the Longhorns.
But extremely proud of the effort, the enthusiasm, the belief, and the fortitude of our guys. Extremely proud.
Regardless of any underlying narrative, falling to a rival is disappointing. What matters now is if a Texas team on the rise can pick itself back up. The grass is always greener on the other side, and that green is Southlake Carroll.
Obviously, we have a long history of state titles here at Southlake, and so it's something that's really cool to try to uphold and carry on that tradition of excellence.
We've won 7 straight swimming state championships, and we were hoping to win our 8th.
The tradition ever since I've come in as a freshman has just been, win, 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 win. And, the guys that are still swimming there have done that.
We don't just run a watered-down little high school program. We try to run a program that helps them achieve to the highest levels, even beyond high school.
In Texas, no swim team rivals the Dragons. And if you ask team captains Jack Levant and Logan Davis, it's not just thanks to their athletic talent.
It's over there on the record board. It's something that I see every day. And it's something that I think is really true about our program. We're not here just to be the fastest swimmers in the state or in the nation. We're here to be the fastest, but also be great people, treat each other well, respect other teams, respect each other.
Southlake definitely builds good citizens, not just athletes, because they constantly are providing us with great examples of how to act.
Well, we talk to the kids about character. We talk to the kids about helping the ones below them. We talk to the kids about pushing the ones above them. I try to model certain behaviors. They can see that there's something beyond swimming that they're working on.
Make no mistake, the Dragons roared onto the scene in football as coaching legends Bob Ledbetter and Todd Dodge put Southlake on the map. But since then, no sport has dominated their field like Carroll swimming, taking 7 straight state championships.
I'd really say it comes down to our work ethic. The guys we have here every day are showing up with a positive attitude, and they're ready to work hard because they know that's what's going to get them the best results.
The boys program, as I said before, we're the team to beat the next 2 years. I've heard a lot of coaches are waiting for our good swimmers to graduate so they can beat us. We're going to continue raising the bar and keep kids moving forward so that we continue to be the team to beat.
While Southlake Carroll makes most headlines in between the lines, Dragon swimmers are pulling away within the lanes, filling trophy cases in the process. For Fox Sports Southwest, I'm Nick Walters. Football minds from across the state flocked to San Antonio last Friday for the Texas Coaches Leadership Summit.
We all need, a push. We all need to hear it. We all need to be reminded of the influence that we could possibly have.
But you know what? I think that anybody who's played high school sports before and have gone on to do anything with their life, they can all point back to a coach or a mentor, at their school, somebody that really made a difference in their life.
And the impact you as coaches have on your student athletes truly changes lives.
High school football figures tuned in with open minds and open ears, learning lasting lessons from fellow coaches and former athletes.
And so when we talk about the importance of a coach, we're not just talking about one kid and one situation. We're talking about a family name. We're talking about generations.
So these coaches get to see kids every day, and so they're instilling these values and leadership principles on a daily basis. And these young men use these things they learn long after they hang up their cleats.
Basically, just challenging coaches to give players the tools, give them the truth, and it's important that they know what they're doing and how they're doing, but the most important is they need to know why they're doing it.
While giving coaches valuable lessons for success, speakers at the Leadership Summit remarked on the culture of Texas high school football.
No one does it like we do it. Texas, we're really blessed. There's coaches all over the country that want to come in and coach in Texas because we do it right.
Well, I think it's in the culture. When you think about Texas football, you think about, wow, that's another level. There are a lot of people around the country who think those people are really serious about football. And we are.
There is something about the culture and the influence of the Texas high school coach, Texas high school football, that is unparalleled in the world.
I love Texas high school football, man. There's nothing better. Saturday mornings I get up and get online and check on my old high school team to see how we did, check on schools in the big country where I grew up.
Thanks to the Leadership Summit, high school coaches return home with a wealth of knowledge.
Give them the tools. Give them the truth.
For the old coach, I'm Nick Walters. I'm sitting here with Colt McCoy, former Texas Longhorn and current Washington Redskin. He talked today at the Coaching Summit. Colt, tell me about you speaking today.
Yeah, it was great. I'm just very honored to be here. Lots of great speakers, lots of successful guys. It was good. My topic was basically kind of pretty broad, talking about the influence of coaches on players and letting them know that never underestimate that. That's a powerful thing, and at the same time, just letting them know how much I appreciate them and what they do. Their job's not easy, and it comes with a lot of responsibility. So I thought it went pretty well.
Now, Colt, as you mentioned in your speech, your dad is a coach.
But you know what? I think that anybody who's played high school sports before and have gone on to do anything with their life, they can all point back to a coach or a mentor, at their school, somebody that really made a difference in their life, and that's what it's all about.
You mentioned a lot about your appreciation for coaching in the speech, but for the folks at home who couldn't make it today to San Antonio, what is your main message to these coaches?
Well, again, I talked about the influence that they have on kids and on players. And listen, man, coaching and coaches, you got to win. That's the most important thing from a school, from a job standpoint. Keeping your job is winning games, and we all get that. But at the same time, I've been around enough coaches to know that the guys who can encourage their players and make winning a culture, when the players can buy into the coach's message and when they can want to win for the coaches, and when the coaches are genuine and authentic and coach their players in a way that really allows the players to respect their coaches, I think that's when you create a winning culture. And so that was part of my message. And the second part of it was, just don't be complacent. One of the things that irritates me the most is complacency and guys who have an unbelievable gift that just never get off the couch and do anything with it.
With Colt McCoy, I'm Nick Walters for The Old Coach. Sitting here with Colt McCoy. Colt, just tell me about Texas high school football.
I love Texas high school football, man. There's nothing better. I know still to this day on Saturday mornings I get up and get online and check on my old high school team to see how we did, check on schools in the big country where I grew up, teams that I played against, and pretty special, man. There's nothing like it.
The Old Coach really covers Texas high school football and Texas high school sports in general. What are your feelings about The Old Coach and 24/7 sports?
I think it's great. I think when I was growing up, The Old Coach was more like a message board, and the new media at that time was there. I don't think we didn't have Facebook when I was in high school. So things have obviously changed, but it sounds like The Old Coach has made it through all that.
Awesome. Colt, thank you very much.
You bet.
I'm sitting here with Coach Randy Jackson of North Forney, who just spoke at the Coaches Summit. Coach, tell me what it was like to talk today.
Oh, it was biggest honor of my career. Of all the awards, not that I've won a ton of awards, but of all the awards that coaches are just in general coaching awards, the Grant Taft Coaching Beyond the Game means a lot to me because as I've been in it, the longer you're in it, the more you realize it's not about wins. It's about helping raise kids and growing them and preparing them for the not fleeting things, the thing that's going to keep them the rest of their life. And so a tremendous honor. I'm very grateful and humbled.
You gave a great message today, Coach, but for the guys sitting at home, what was the message like?
For me, it was just three quick things, and that is if you're real to be a coach beyond the game, it can't be about wins. Wins will never be enough. We've got to help raise them. So people talk about relationships, and I think maybe some of the younger coaches are just in general, we get confused a little bit about being a peer-to-peer relationship, and it's got to be a adult-to-child relationship. We've got to help raise them. And then thirdly, it is a daily fist fight. So for us at North Forney, the way we do our leadership development is we're going to stand in front of our guys every day. We're going to bring a message to them. We're going to talk about from body language, eye contacts, our core values, whatever. We're going to put them in small groups. They're going to discuss it. I'm going to give them homework. It's a daily deal, and that's the only way you'll get it done is if it's a daily fist fight.
I'm sitting here with Coach Randy Jackson of North Forney, who just spoke at the Leadership Summit. Coach, just tell me about Texas high school football, what it means to you.
Oh, it's that no one does it like we do it, and I get to speak a little bit in other states, and no one has. Very few states have an athletic period. Very few states have their coaches that are teachers in the building, and so Texas, we are really blessed. There's coaches all over the country that want to come in and coach in Texas because we do it right.
Tell me a little bit about your feelings about the Old Coach.
Oh, Old Coach has been great because it promotes Texas high school football and Texas high school sports in general. I just thanked Craig Way for what he does for high school sports. And so in Texas, we are just so blessed that it's a big deal here. And websites like The Old Coach, what you guys do, just helps make it a big deal and helps give us a voice. So I appreciate you guys very much.
With Coach Randy Jackson, I'm Nick Walters for The Old Coach.